is a KETK News weather alert.
And good evening to you. We apologize for interrupting programming, but we now have a tornado warning that is in effect for sections of Cherokee County. Now, this is where the red polygon is. You see the rotation marker. This is tightening up, and this storm is beginning to strengthen. So let me go ahead and get this rotation marker out of the way for you, just so we can see where this rotation is being indicated. And it's right here near Lone Oak and sections of, or it's between Lone Oak and Rusk right now, where you see the greens and the reds coming together. That is where we do have a tornado possible. Again, this is just radar indicated, so we don't have a confirmed report of a tornado, but just based on what I'm seeing on radar right now is we are starting to see this couplet where the greens are meeting the reds coming together right here, and it's near Lone Oak in Cherokee County. That is where we are monitoring the possibility of a tornado, and again, it could form at any time, guys, so we need to be very careful. This will be moving into the community of Rusk here in the next little bit. So let's go ahead and put a storm track on this thing, and once again, this is moving off to the northeast. I believe the last update was between 30 and 40 miles per hour. And it's going to take this right into the community of Rusk here. And once again, all right, that'll work. Rusk at 617, Gallatin 627, New Summerfield 638, Cushing at 646, Mount Enterprise at 704. So now is the time. You need to be getting in your safe spot if you are in line with this storm. And again, respect the polygon here. You see that red showing up on your screen. That is where the tornado could go at this point. So we do need to be very cautious with this, and we do need to be taking shelter. Now, here in East Texas, we don't have basements, or at least most of us don't. Hard to come by because of the soil. So where you want to go is an interior room, perhaps away from windows, the first floor of a room, maybe a pantry or something like that. And this is associated with this tornado warning. Again, moving into the community of Rusk right now. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And again, these rotation markers that are showing up on your screen, that's just the radar trying to indicate that this circulation is tightening here. And again, it's right here where you see these green spots meeting these reds. And again, this could vary street to street, but it does look like that perhaps that we do have a tornado that is at least trying to form. I'm going to go ahead and take the lightning off because it's really hard to see. And again, it's right near the Lone Oak area. So if you are on County Road 2206, you need to be in your safe spot right now. And it looks like into the community of Rusk. Let me go ahead and draw where the circulation is. And again, it's about right there. A little broad, but again, if I have to make an assessment here, that is where this rotation is going to be. And this is sliding off to the northeast at a very quick clip. So if you are in Rusk, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. West 6th, Farm to Market Road 23 right there. If you live in downtown Rusk or any of those neighborhoods, North Dickinson Drive, if you live off of North Dickinson Drive, that is where this possible tornado is heading for you. So again, to the southwest of Rusk, that is where we are seeing the potential of this tornado right here, right where I have circled. It's probably over County Road 2206 and pushing off to the northeast at a pretty good clip. But again, Farm to Market Road 1248, you might not be in the line of this storm right now, but this could shift tracks. It could move further north. It could turn a little further off to the east. All right, moving supercell. That's when these storms really strengthen and start to move to the east. But Rusk, this is a dangerous situation for you. You need to be taking cover right now. So let me go ahead and zoom out. We're going to go ahead and pop up radar as well, just to show you where this hook is, and this is becoming more well defined by the minute. Again, this is the notch right in here to the southwest of Rusk. You're probably not going to see anything if you're trying to look out a southwest window because this storm is likely rain-wrapped. You can see this circulation right here moving off to the northeast. Anything from the National Weather Service, Sarah? Are they going to continue this warning or? Okay, anything from Cherokee County? Okay, so still a tornado warning. This is going to continue here for the next several minutes, between 30 and 40 miles per hour, I believe. So Rusk 6:17, it's 6:11 now. You add 30 seconds because there's typically a delay between the station and the actual time. So you've got 5 minutes in Rusk. You need to be on your toes right now. You need to be in your safe spot as we speak. Mount Enterprise 6:58. Henderson, 7:04. Now, I'd be getting ready here in the next 5 minutes because this storm is heading in your direction. If it continues to keep its wits about it, if it holds together, then we will see potentially a deadly storm in your area here in the next not too distant future. But let's go ahead and take this off, and I do want to show you what's happening downstream of this storm right here. Parts of Mount Enterprise in southern Rusk County, Henderson, and then eventually into western Panola County. You guys are all downstream of this, so be getting ready. We will tell you when the danger is going to subside. You need to get ready. You need to come up with that plan. Again, it's an interior closet. It's an interior room because this is a tornado warning for Cherokee County. Let's go ahead and zoom back in again. It's heading into Rusk. We'll go ahead and pop up the storm velocity, and this is a very good indicator of where exactly this tornado is occurring. And again, it is just to the southwest of Rusk right now, perhaps over the Lone Oak area. That is where we are seeing that rotation, and the most dangerous part of this storm is going to be right along County Road 2206. Circled is that circulation. It's moving into Rusk as we speak. So what you need to do, if you live in Rusk right now, any of these neighborhoods you see on your screen in and around Rusk, you do need to be taking shelter immediately. Make sure you have a way to get information. We will tell you when it's clear. It's a dangerous situation right now. You need to be in your safe spot. If you have a minute while you're sheltered, make sure you download that East Texas Storm Team app. That will give you the latest updates, the latest radar updates, the latest warnings, and will also give you an indication of when it's all clear. Now, another thing you can do with the app is you can stream us live online for live updates, and that will give you an indication when things might be calming down a little bit. But not a situation for you to panic here. It's a situation where you do need to be in that interior room because this is a very pronounced signature, and this is not going away anytime soon, or at least radar is not indicating anything like that right now. Right along County Road 226, perhaps even a little further off to the east. Again, it's this rotation right here, and it looks like we may actually have a couple of rotations as well. There we go. That's a little more pronounced. And again, broad area where we're likely seeing that lowering is going to be right in here. So it's almost right on top of you, Rusk. You guys need to be in your safe spot right now. And if you're watching us from Bagley Road right here, you also need to be getting prepared. You need to already be in your safe spot because this is a tornado warning. It's going to track right along U.S. Highway 84, and it will continue to move off to the north and to the east. Now, I'm going to show us the shear rate, which is another indication of where exactly this tornado is occurring. And again, the brighter the red color, which you see just to the southwest of Lone Oak right here, that is where we are seeing that tightening couplet, and that is where we are going to see the potential of a tornado forming at any point. So let's go ahead and we'll pop back up the velocity readings. And again, it's right in this area right here. I'll circle that once again. It's almost right on top of you, Rusk, so I can't emphasize this enough. You do need to be in your safe spot right now, and this will continue to push off to the north and east. I'm going to step off screen just to see what the National Weather Service is saying with this storm. But again, it's Rusk, and eventually, if you live in Rusk County, especially the Mount Enterprise area, we are really going to have to watch out for that potential right there. Sarah, is there anything from the National Weather Service that was a tornado indication right there?
Capable of producing a tornado, was located near Rusk, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. Thank you. So this is until 6:30. So until 6:30, that's the National Weather Service. That is how long they have this tornado warning out for. It is right over Rusk right now. That is at least where we are seeing the possibility of a tornado, and quite possible. I'm going to flip this back over to radar because I'm very interested to see what's happening to the south of Oakland. But again, right over Rusk, that is where we are seeing the potential of a tornado. And this is becoming a more well-defined, what we like to call supercell. If you live in places like Gallatin and Ponta, that is where we are seeing some hail right now. And again, this is to the northeast of Rusk. And then you see this little notch. That is where the tornado is likely occurring. But you see all that reflectivity, those yellows, those reds. If you try and look outside your window, you are not going to see this potential tornado here that is moving right over Rusk as we speak. So don't even try it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to see, again, right over Rusk, we're going to go ahead and flip on the velocity signatures once again, because that's how we can tell exactly where the tornado is. Looks like we got some broad rotation to the south of Oakland right here, but right over Rusk. That is the most concerning part of this storm. Might be actually a little further to the south of Rusk, because that's where we have those reds and greens touching. Again, this is coming from the Shreveport radar. So these blues, or not the blues, the greens that are heading towards the radar. These reds are heading against the radar. So that is where we have that rotation, and this is right over the Rusk area. Now, this is moving off to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. You see that tightening right there, where those bright greens now are meeting those reds. This is now starting to slide off to the east of Rusk, but stay in your storm shelter, Rusk, because this is certainly the possibility. There is still certainly a danger associated with this storm. We're not done with this until at least 6:30. But this is pushing off to the northeast at 30 miles per hour, as Sarah mentioned. And I'm going to point this out from the circulation. So 30 miles per hour. All right. Second. There we go. Okay. So a little quicker. The only reason why I did it a little quicker was I want you to prepare more quickly for this storm. Mount Enterprise. This storm is not showing any signs of slowing down. It's not showing any signs of weakening. The arrival time for you is at 7:02. Henderson, 7:09. You need to be making your preparations right now. This is plenty of warning time for you. You need to be getting in your safe spot. You need to be getting into that interior room, far away from those windows, first floor. And if a tornado does happen to form from this storm, you're going to want to get that helmet on. You're going to want to get tennis shoes on as well, just in case there is a little bit of damage.
Hey Carson,
yes.
possible tornado wind with 60 miles per hour for Cherokee County. Hail. But this is till 6:45. This is the latest update. We're getting a lot of heavy rain downtown.
Okay. Is that in downtown Rusk or?
Downtown Rusk.
Downtown Rusk. Okay. Good. Which is probably a good indication if they were reporting a lot of rainfall. That means that they're not reporting any damage as of right now. So some good news there. Just a lot of heavy rain in Rusk. And as Sarah noted, there's a lot of severe weather possibilities with this storm. We're not only dealing with the possibility of a tornado, we're also dealing with that hail threat, and we are also dealing with perhaps some rather large hail and some very heavy rain and some damaging winds of 60 miles per hour. So again, latest frame not looking quite as impressive, but if there is a tornado, it is likely to be to the east of Rusk now, starting to push off to the north and to the east. And eventually, At 6:30, I do expect the National Weather Service to be evaluating this situation.